Hello students, welcome to the video. In this video, let's start our next lesson, a letter from a mother. So this lesson is a letter which is written by a mother to her daughter who was staying in a hostel for the first time. Okay, so the girl was going to the hostel for the first time. So the mother felt very bad leaving her mother, so she put in her words all her feelings. Okay, this lesson was written by Mary Ann Kane. So what do you know about hostel? You would have heard about some residential schools, boarding schools and all. So how the life will be in the hostel? So in the hostel, the children have to take care of them. They have to manage all their work. They have to concentrate on their studies, health. So everything they should take care by themselves. Okay, at home, how you are, your needs are taken care by your mother and father. Okay, you are living with your siblings. You are enjoying with your brother and sisters. But in hostel, you have to stay with the friends, and each and every hostel will have different rules and all. So to that rule, the children have to adjust and they have to stay there. They have to take care of themselves. They have to study. There are so many difficulties, but some used to enjoy the hostel life also. So let's see this mother, how she feels for her daughter. Okay, let's go to the lesson now. Dear Poonam, it is strange to write because I'm so used to you being close by. We say a lot without words, you know. But now you are away and I can't help but think of how you are growing up so quickly. So this is only the first of more and more times apart until, like a bird, you will be ready to fly away. Okay, let's see this. So you know how the informal letter will be. So dear Poonam. So the daughter name is Poonam. So the mother is writing dear Poonam, and she started saying, okay, it is strange to write. Okay, so when we are in the same house, we won't write any letter to each other. But when we are far away, we have to write some letter. Okay, so she feel very strange to write a letter to her own daughter. Okay, because they are close to each other at home. Now she went to a distant place, so they have to write a letter, and she felt very strange. Okay, so she's telling, we won't talk every time without every time with the words. Sometimes without words also we used to communicate. You would have seen mother and daughter, or within the sisters and all, by the eyes itself they will communicate. Okay, they have such bonding. But now she can't have such communication and all. Only the letter is the only way to communicate. Okay, but now you are away. So what she's telling, we can't communicate by other way, we have to communicate by letter only. Okay, and she is feeling that you are growing up so quickly. It's a feeling, right? So for a mother, the daughter is always seems to be like a baby, but that's not true. She's growing up very fast, and she is able to manage herself in the hostel, and she have went to hostel now. Okay, so she is feeling that her daughter is growing up quickly. Okay, so and again she is telling, this is not going to be the first time, and it's going to be more and more we are going to be like this. Okay, this is the first time, but more and more times apart. Okay, so how the birds, mother bird will take care of the small ones till it is unable to fly. Okay, once the young ones learns to fly, the mother bird will leave them. So they will fly away and they will lead their own life. Likewise, this daughter also, when she learned to live alone, she will fly away and she will uh, lead her own life. So like that, she is preparing herself. It will be my greatest joy to see you strong and confident, even as it brings me sorrow to be apart. Okay, so what the mother is telling, though I feel very bad, sorrow means sad. Okay, it's being sad that mother and daughter are apart. Apart means a gap. Okay, they are from the distant places, but she feels joy for her daughter that she have grown strong and confident. Okay, being apart may be a good thing in this way. It makes me put into words those things I feel and I think but don't say. For instance, it pleases me that you are so strong minded and persistent. You are not easily discouraged even when you don't succeed at first. Remember the time when you couldn't do your multiplication tables. The teacher was going faster than you could manage, and you felt bad that you were unable to keep up. But you made your own study cards and asked me and daddy to help you. And when you succeeded finally in learning those tables, you were independent enough to think through your problems, but responsible enough to ask for help to learn. So here's what mother is saying. So sometimes I feel very proud of you. Okay, so the mother used to observe the child, right? So she will observe the child and she will feel sometimes proud, very good things and all she want to say. But when you are close by, we don't feel like sharing those things. Okay, so now mother got an opportunity to share those good things what she felt about her daughter. Okay, so she's telling one instance means on like example what happened in the previous years. Okay, so it pleases means happy. Okay, that the daughter she was strong minded and persistent means not giving up. Okay, so again and again trying to get succeed, that is only persistent. And not easily discouraged means putting yourself down, not like that. Okay, she is not like that, the daughter is not like that. So she remembers now once in the while learning the multiplication tables, the teacher was teaching very fastly. Okay, so the daughter was not able to keep up with the teacher. Okay, so what she did, she made her own study cards. Study card means like charts, like any example pictures and all we will collect and we will learn, no? So like that, the daughter, she made her own cards and she asked help from her mother and father. Okay, by that only she learned the tables by herself. Okay, so this brings memory to the mother. Okay, she feels that she was independent enough to think. Is it not? She once she didn't understand the tables means she didn't leave that. Okay, she didn't leave that chapter itself. She made her own effort. She asked help from her mother and father. That is also very important when we have to ask help from others. Okay, some will feel very shy to ask help also. What others will think. If I ask them, they will think I don't know anything. Like that and all, they will feel and they will not ask help at all. But this Poonam, she asked for help and she put her own effort and she learned the tables. She was responsible enough in that young age itself. Okay, so all these things the mother is recollecting and writing. Okay, next para. I know you are in new surroundings with new people at your hostel, and the way things are done at home are not the same there. You have to be careful to look after yourself since no one is going to ask you how you are or care about your comforts. So now the mother, she comes to the hostel environment. Okay, so she telling that she is going to live in a new surrounding. Okay, new place. It's not going to be your home and all. Okay, at home means you have your bedroom, you have your shelf, you have your independence. But in hostel, it's totally, it's a new surrounding with new people. Okay, you have to share your things, you have to adjust with others, you have new roommates, you have to be friendly with them. So many things are there. So she's telling what you experienced at home is not going to be there. Okay, so what she enjoyed in home, that she can't get in hostel. Okay, so she have to be careful to look after herself. Okay, the daughter have to be careful and she have to look after herself. Okay, she should not leave everything. She have to be very careful. At hostel she have to live with others, so she have to be very careful and she have to take care of herself. Okay, no one is going to ask for your comfort. Okay, whether you feel comfortable or not, that's not others' problem. They will do their own work and you have to take care of yourself. Nobody is going to be bothered about your comforts. So like that the mother wrote in the letter. Now fourth para, you have to speak up for what you need because the hostel warden can't give you the attention you receive at home. At the same time, you need to watch out the others, help them to help themselves. So in this para, what the mother is saying, you have to speak up for what you need. Okay, it is not like you have to adjust everything in the hostel. If you need anything, if you are not really comfortable, you have to speak for your need to the hostel warden. Okay, because they don't come and ask you, are you comfortable, are you getting everything as per your need, like that and all. Nobody is going to ask. You have to speak for you to the hostel warden. Okay, then she is telling you, not only you have to be selfish. Okay, not only your need, your comfort, not like that. You have to look out for others also. Okay, what help they need, that also you should see, and you should come forward to help others. You have to come forward to talk for others. Okay, so with this I'll end this video. I'll continue the remaining lesson in my next video. Thank you, children.